Hey everybody, hope you guys are all doing just fine. Welcome back to our quest to build the perfect kingdom here in Majesty, the fantasy kingdom sim. Our kingdom of course is named Cosmopolis. Let's load right in. Before I do anything, it occurs to me that I actually made a typo when I was making this save. I was trying to write Cosmopolis, but instead I wrote Cosmopolis, which, while hilarious, is not the name that I want. So I'm just gonna quickly make a new save, and I'm gonna delete this. It should have been obvious to me that I'd made a typo, because if I had typed it correctly, it would have appeared right below the session 2 save. What with this being in alphabetical order, but for some reason, it didn't occur to me. So, alright, I'll load that and immediately make another save. You know, the easiest way would be to just load this and change the 3 to a 4. This is our session 4 save made. Alright, that's the first thing I needed to do. The other thing I needed to do was, I realized I didn't put all the new houses I got on the repair route, and I didn't take them off the tax route. Honestly, whether things are or aren't on the tax route is a non-issue at this point. Just because we have way more money than we can spend. But still, I figure I should at least be consistent with how I treat all these houses. I've got them alright. 10, 12, that's house number 13, and if I can find house 11, I think that was off to the side here, right? Yeah, okay. And just for good measure, I'm gonna look at house 9. If I can find it. Yeah, okay. Houses are all in order. Alright. With that little errand done, it's time to talk about our plans for this episode. We are gonna get the remainder of our heroes. That is the barbarians, the warriors of discord, and the paladins. And I warned you at the end of last episode that there was going to be a lot of saves coming over here, similar to last episode where we had to do a lot of embassy grinding to get the heroes that we wanted. But I've got some good news for you. There actually won't be as much saves coming as I initially thought there would be, for a reason that it's actually a pretty clever reason. But before we get into that, I've got to prepare the groundwork for the next couple of heroes that we're going to get. I'm going to start building some embassies. As you can see, things get pretty expensive. Certain buildings get more expensive the more of them you build. Embassies are one of them. So I'll build one embassy here. As you can see, embassies are the only thing that are gonna make a dent in our gigantic piles of gold. And indeed, the next embassy we build, I don't know if you noticed, but it's gonna cost more than 400,000. And one of our gnomes is helping out. This is why I love these guys. He built almost half of it before the first villagers even showed up. And he's gaining experience in the process.
Your Majesty, our new building is complete.
Alright. This dwarf is taking these dragons down like a boss. Let me help him out with some healing. There we go. Wizard showed up and just melted that dragon. That's brilliant. Alright. We need a second embassy. out here. Let's just bite the bullet. It's gonna be painful. Gonna lose so much money, but it can't be helped. Can't be helped. Let's see if I can put it... No, I don't think there's any way to save this tree because this house is taking up some of the space. What if we put it here? Kind of wanna put it here because... Okay, let me save. Let me see what it would look like. I am very vain in how I plan things out. If I put it like this... Okay, it keeps this thing, and there's some trees here. Okay. That's enough, like, green space for my liking. Another thing I'm going to quickly do is I'm going to check all my guilds just to make sure all my heroes are intact. This might seem like a paranoid thing to do, and it probably is, but I'm doing it because I got a really weird glitch in one of my earlier sessions where one of my heroes just
Your Majesty, a new building
vanished
is complete.
without giving me a death notification and without showing up in the mausoleum. So the only thing I can conclude is somehow he glitched into non-existence. It was one of these monks. But since then, nothing has happened, so I'm hopeful that it turns out to be just a one-time glitch. Alright, both our fountains are still intact. By the way, fountains aren't just there to look pretty. They also, each of them gives you one extra tax collector. So they are gonna help, help us recoup the massive losses we just incurred by building these embassies. Now what I want from these embassies is barbarians. I want my rangers and my barbarians to be in the roughly same spot. And I think this is going to be the longest, not necessarily the longest, but the grindiest part of this episode, where we're just sitting and waiting for things to happen. Ooh, and let me activate this, just so we can get both embassies working at once. We just want to fill both of these with barbarians. So 4 barbarians, like with our other heroes, 4 each. Ooh, and our Solarises are now doing some really good work, but
A new hero.
again, I won't be able to focus on them properly
A new hero.
because I'm gonna have to do a lot of micromanaging here. But I have a bit of time now. Yeah, look at these guys, level 4, level 5. They will be going back and forth between our different guardhouses. This one as well. Oops. Something destroyed the trading post. That's not nice. I'm gonna have to build another trading post. Ah, yeah, you know what? I'll
A new hero.
okay, nothing. Where's the embassy? Okay, yeah, let's save it. I'll deal with the trading post after I've
A new hero.
gotten my barbarians, because it's very hard to... You know what, let's wait for this to go through its cycle first.
A new hero.
There are 16 different hero types in this game, so each time...
A new.
Here we go! Each time the cycle completes,
At the embassy,
we have a 1 in 16 chance of it being a barbarian, and we just got our first one. He starts at level 3 because hiring heroes from embassy, they can be higher than level 1. If we had a temple to Kralm and we hired a barbarian there, he would start out at level 1, but the embassies give you a bit of a boost. But obviously the bigger advantage is the mere fact that they're giving us heroes like this at all, which we normally wouldn't be able to hire. This is why embassies are the key ingredient in this particular project of ours. And the other thing with the way the game handles its quote-unquote random rolls means we can only, for each of these cycles, save scum them a couple times, but after a certain point it'll give you the same hero over and over again. I must confess I'm pretty mystified at how the RNG in this game works. Reminds me a little bit of Jagged Alliance, even though that's a turn-based game and this is a real-time game. But it was also similar in that you couldn't really save scum your way to success because the same things would happen over and over again, so you would have to not only save scum but also find a way to disrupt whatever was seeding those current roles you saw in the game. So, let's see. We do not want a wizard. We do not want another healer. So let's close this embassy. Let's wait for this one to be about halfway done before we open this one again. Ooh, and he's already hunting. He's already gaining experience. Rain the Large. Great, great name. Some of these hero names really are quite evocative. Okay, I've got to keep an eye on this. This really is going to be the grindiest part of this episode, so just bear with me until we get through it. Eventually we will. Eventually the rolls are going to go our way. Alright, just keeping an eye on everything else as well. Alright, gotten one of the 4 that we need so far. Let's save again. Don't want a wizard. Come on. Don't want a cultist, so I'll close and open you. Now we'll have to wait for this one. That gives us a bit of time. One of our charmed werewolves is fighting a vampire. It's like a Twilight reboot going on over here. Where the embassy is? Okay. Don't want a regular fighter. Come on. Don't want a Solaris. It would have been nice last episode when we were trying to get them, but now that we've gotten them, we don't need them anymore. And oh, I forgot to open this embassy again. Ugh. So much to keep track of. But this is gonna be the last time that I have to put myself through this. There we go. One of these embassies is fully decked out, and this dude is already hunting, so already making himself useful. And now that this is halfway done, let's open this one, save it again. Okay, I don't want my guardhouse to go down, so alright. It's so hard to do this stuff and then also keep track of everything else.
A new hero.
An elf is not what I need.
A new.
And a healer is also not what I need, so I'll have to close and open you again. Alright, petrified that. Hopefully this monk does some good work against that troll. Gains a level in the process. That gnome did a good job. While that gnome is still there, let me slow the game speed down so that I can do this. Let me build the trading post again. Oh, come on, come on. Oh no, I wanna build it in the... Oh no. Oh, I'm doing this all wrong. What I need to do is... And now I need to save the game at the low speed so that if I need to load, it'll still be at the low speed. And now I build a trading post. That's good enough. I'll accept that. Let me just make sure embassies are... Okay, they have not ticked over. Alright, now... Okay. Think I managed that. Although I might have not done it quickly enough to attract that gnome's attention. We'll see, we'll see. There's another gnome. Speaking of gnomes, but we don't need gnomes anymore. We just need barbarians. Just a couple heroes at the end. I forgot to open this embassy again. You know what? I'll wait. I'll wait.
A new hero.
Paladin, not what we need yet.
A new hero.
Solaris, again, now that we no longer need them, we are getting them all over. Isn't that just how it goes? It's like in Diablo 2 when you're trying to find the Herald of Zakarum. It'll take you a year and a half before you find your first one, and then you'll find like 4 of them the next week. That's just how RNG goes. That's just how RNG goes. Okay, what's going on? Did somebody... Okay, yeah, people are building that trading post. I do have something to do at that trading post.
A new hero.
Warrior of Discord, again, not needed yet. I do need to research healing potions at this trading post. So just in case somebody, while fighting here, gets injured and uses up all their potions, they can replenish those at the trading post, rather than having to go all the way to one of these marketplaces. Okay. Okay, halfway there.
A new hero.
Priestess, not needed. But thanks for the offer. Okay, come on.
A new hero.
Healer, also not needed. Like, stop giving me heroes that I can just hire from my regular guilds. Alright, let's save. And I know I haven't opened this guild because I want them to be offset
A new hero has arrived.
from each other by about half a cycle, which makes them easier to manage.
A new hero has a...
Not needed. We don't need a gnome. So when this one is about half done, we'll open the other one. You guys are fine. You guys are doing fine. None of the gnomes in that have reached the second, their second phase, the promotion. I gotta deal with this thing. So when gnomes reach, I think it was level 8, they actually upgrade their class into gnome champions, and that's the only class that has something like this, and I'm pretty sure this was
A new hero.
added in the expansion. I don't think gnomes originally
A new hero.
upgraded themselves like that. So one of our gnomes is at the champion level. The others are still a small distance away from that. Alright. Come on. We're just waiting. We're just waiting.
A new hero.
We don't need a priestess. We just need these rolls to go our way.
A new hero.
You're giving us the same priestess?
A new...
Either the RNG froze earlier than expected, or it rolled a priestess twice. Either way, not the outcome we were looking for. Okay, let me... hang on. Are these barbarians leveling up? Well, one of them is upgrading
A new hero.
his weapons. We don't need a cultist. Upgrading his weapons, which will make him easier to level up when
A
he
new hero.
gets into fights with another Solaris. Wow, we've already found like 3 Solarii, whatever, in such a short interval. Where were you when we were looking for you? Now that we no longer need you, you're popping up all over. Alright. I'm also trying to keep an eye on these parts because
A new hero.
it's kind of... I still find it pretty funny that in the previous session one of these little areas got completely destroyed. I guess I'll just wait on this MC a little bit. Got completely destroyed while I was trying to recruit the Solarises, and I just didn't notice at all. Like, all 3 buildings got wiped out while I was, you know, focused laser-like on,
A new hero.
don't need a warrior, while I was focused so strongly
A new hero.
on that one task. It's like I was totally oblivious to the rest of the world. And that's one reason why multitasking generally not a good idea. People always think they'll be good at multitasking, but that's because your brain does a very good job of not even making you aware of how much information you're missing. So you think you're doing okay, but if you knew how much you were messing up in the moment, if your brain accurately relayed that information to you in real time, you'd realize, oh no, I need to
A new hero.
focus on one thing at a time to do a good job.
A new hero.
Okay, I think I messed up. Because I wasn't saving properly.
A new...
Yeah, okay. And that's unfortunate because one of our gnomes...
A new hero.
Okay, I'm doing this all wrong. Speaking of multitasking, technically it is already multitasking to commentate while doing this really grindy micromanaging of these two embassies. To do that while doing this, while also keeping track of other things, is really mentally draining. That's why these sessions are so far apart from each other. It's because I physically need time to recover in between these long sessions.
A new hero.
This one, hopefully, though, shouldn't be as exhausting as the last few. Certainly not as exhausting as the
A new hero.
first session, which is when we were just fighting for basic survival. Still impressed that I managed to pull it off. Because, lest we forget, okay, one of our gnomes has leveled up to level 8, I think. I missed this one. Let me just see, which of these gnomes was it? It was you, and you're visiting the royal gardens. Alright. Come on. Come on, embassy.
A new hero.
Gnome not needed.
A new.
Paladin, again, not needed yet. So, let's open this embassy again. All of our houses are intact. One thing, an easier way to check if your houses are all intact, your houses and your other buildings. I'll save the game. Again, I'll lower the game speed just to show you this one thing. Is you can go to your building roster and it'll show you all your houses, not just your houses, but what their number is. Unfortunately, the way the game alphabetizes things is a bit odd, so after number 1 you get 10, 11, 12, and 13, but then after that you can see 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and if you're missing one, then you'll know it got destroyed, but you have to bear in mind that there's this strange numbering going on, so don't panic if you get to the bottom and you don't see houses 10 onwards, because they are actually up here. That's just one thing I wanted to point out. And what's the status on these guys? It's fine. We can just set the game back to normal speed and save it again. Why not?
A new.
Not what I was looking for. Okay, come on. Come on.
A new.
Like, as though me focusing on this is gonna somehow change the odds. But, you know, what else? What else am I gonna do? Alright, let's open this. And our adepts, now that they're fully leveled up, they're hitting their level 20s now. So they are going to help us out a lot, because they are constantly patrolling the different buildings in our settlement.
A new hero has a.
Warrior of Discord not needed.
A new hero.
Ranger not needed. So, gotta close and open you again. You guys haven't gotten into any combat. You're always hunting, but I guess you're moving so slow that before you reach the thing you're hunting, someone else has already killed it. let's save this. I'll start helping them out a little bit, but I want all of them recruited first. I don't have the mental capacity to be doing all of this and looking at everything else in my settlement and babysitting these guys through combat. That's just, I would literally go insane. You got a bit of experience from whacking something. So, you made a bit of progress.
A new hero.
Healer is not needed. Yeah, the RNG
A new hero.
is not going our way. Yeah, let's wait for it to be halfway. That seems fine. Now let me just, while I have a moment to spare, look around. The gnomes seem to spend a lot of time in the royal gardens, which is actually a pretty good thing. I'll tell you why it's a good thing once I have another moment. I'll have another moment in a moment. Here we go, another barbarian. You just need one more. The reason it's good that the gnomes spend so much time in the royal gardens is because the royal gardens are over here. That means the gnomes are always walking back and forth between that and this area, which means if a building has been attacked in this area and our peasants... Ooh. You know what, I'm gonna set the game speed to low because
A new hero has arrived.
yeah, not a warrior of discord.
A new hero has arrived.
And I don't need a monk. So I need to cancel this. Okay. I just wanted to give myself enough time to do that. Alright. Because I cut that a lot closer than I wanted to. And up, finally, somebody has died. Oop, hey, ooh, okay.
A new hero has arrived.
Healer, not needed. Come on.
A new
Elf, also not needed. Nope, both of our embassies are closed. Jeez. Somebody needs to take that troll down. Oh, hey, nice job. I always like it when my monks get into combat. Because they... Ooh, I need to focus on the embassies. I've already missed my window to sync them up on the half cycle. So I'll just wait for this one. Just need one of these to
a new hero.
pay out with a barbarian, and then we can relax for a while.
A new hero.
Elf is not needed, so come on. Now I'll open this embassy. Yeah, these guys have not gotten into any combat. You know what? I wanna change of heart you, so you get some experience, but I don't think you'll even reach... Another one of our gnomes reached level 10. I really wanted that monk to land a few hits on that dragon and maybe gain a couple levels. So it's really hard to level them up. Not a warrior of discord. Come on. Not an adept. Come on. Come on. Okay, now I'll open this embassy. Just one more barbarian. This barbarian walked all the way here, but didn't find anything. I guess he's just wandering aimlessly. That's fine. I do that from time to time. Okay, let's save now. Let's see what we get.
A new hero has arrived.
Paladin, not what we want.
A new hero has.
Cultist, also not what we want. So let me close this embassy and just open it again. And we'll wait on what the other one does. Those dwarves are generally doing really well against those dragons.
A new.
Nope. It's been...
A new.
Well, I had to resurrect one of them recently, but that was the first one in quite a while that went down. Yeah, those guys are doing some good work. Right, yeah, I'll open this now. They're getting enchantments on their weapons as well. I don't know if those are from the Wizards Guild, or if they are finding enchantments as loot from destroying lairs, because that's the other way you can improve your gear. Alright.
A new hero.
Cultist, not needed.
A new hero.
Healer, also not needed. Okay, this is definitely taking longer than I would have liked. But once it's done, then it's done.
A new hero.
Solaris, again.
A new hero.
Elf, again, not needed. Okay. How are you guys doing? Ooh, you gained a couple levels. You whacked something. Good job. Okay, come on. Come on. Big money. Barbarian. Come on.
A new hero.
No, not a paladin. We will need them,
A new hero.
but not just yet. Okay, another flop. All right. Come on.
A new hero.
How many Solarises have we found? At least 5.
Hero.
At least 5. And I know, I'm just as irritated by you at hearing the constant sound effect of the embassies, but what can you do? That's just something we're all gonna have to deal with until the game sees fit to give us this last barbarian that we need.
A new hero.
And we're gonna have to wait a little bit longer, it
A
seems.
new hero.
Yep. There we go. Who would attack Royal Gardens? Like, such a horrible thing to do. What? Like, why would you attack
New hero.
gardens? That's just like, who whoever did this. I mean, they're already dead, but I hope they thought about what they did. You know, in those last few moments between existence and non-existence. I hope they thought, you know, why? Why did I have to attack these gardens? And I hope they find some answers in the afterlife. Ooh, these monks are... Oh, oh. Okay, I need to do this. I need to help out this monk. Even if it means shutting down the embassy. Well, let's see what you're about to give me first. Okay. I need to shut down this embassy. Because for a few moments, I want to focus on this fight. I want to help this monk level up. Because it's really hard to get monks to fight. Really hard.
A new hero.
Nope.
A new hero.
And no, I'm gonna have to slow the game down again because I don't think I'm getting there quickly enough. And I'm gonna shut down both of these embassies while this fight is taking place. One of the few things that I would interrupt my... Why? What? Where is this dragon? Did that dragon run away? I don't get it. Alright, so that monk has done some good stuff. And our monks are level 8, level 8, level 13, level 6. Alright, with that excitement out of the way, now let's open up our embassies again. We've got a couple warriors taking down some of those lairs. Ooh, was that another one of our monks? Don't flee in terror, my man. Fight. I guess he wasn't close enough. Alright, let's now turn our attention back to our actual mission. Alright. Don't need a cultist. Please just give me a barbarian. Have mercy. It's fine. It'll happen in due time. Ooh, one of the boss monsters has spawned. Rongol the Hunter. We've seen him a few times, so I feel okay not being on screen necessarily when he gets killed. We'll look at that stuff more and more after we are done getting these barbarians. Okay, come on, come on.
A new hero.
It's so hard to commentate over this because I can't start talking about something. Here we go, our final barbarian. I was gonna say I can't even start talking about something while this bar is filling up because I know then within seconds I'll have to address whatever came out. And yeah, okay. But that... Finally, now that that's behind us, we can take a bit of a breather. And we're not gonna get our next few heroes straight away, but I will do some stuff. I want to build a magic bazaar up here. So any heroes, let's build it like this. Let's build it like this. Took down a couple of those trees, but that's fine. I think our dwarf might be helping out with building here. Oh no, he's maybe going to repair a different building. Oh, somebody's already taking down that broken sewer main. Something damaged this house. That's not good.
You won't get my gold. A new building is complete.
Let me quickly check my house roster. So 1, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This is important. House number 14, which we need to put on the repair route. We need to put the building roster. After number 14, we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. All the houses are accounted for. Again, bear in mind the unusual numbering system. What the hell is going on up here? I'm gonna have to petrify this dragon. How did you almost destroy this outpost? How is that possible? I mean, like, finally somebody's there to repair it. But that was... Maybe if I open up this magic bazaar and give it some good potions for them to buy, like tonics of speed, maybe that'll help the heroes get around a little bit quicker. Alright, let's see how our Solarises are doing. 5 and 6, 6 and 7. Let's upgrade the magic bazaar. Okay, now people are attacking these dragon lairs. Should give us some relief up here, and I'm gonna carry on upgrading this magic bazaar. Although somebody needs to do something about this dragon.
Our magic bazaar now offers fine new elixirs, Your Majesty.
This dwarf is on the job. People are already making good use of this magic bazaar. We've got to fully upgrade it. Oh, 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 oh. This dwarf is berserking, which means he does not care for his own safety.
Our magic bazaar now offers fine new elixirs, Your Majesty.
Upgrade the magic bazaar to its final form.
Sovereign, a building has been upgraded.
Things are a little bit dicey. If only rogues would, or even other heroes of any kind, would be more, a bit more courageous. They'd gain levels, which would then make them stronger, which would then make them better prepared to take on these high-level fights, which would then make them less likely to flee. So you see it, this whole business of, why are you attacking my fountain? Yet things are all of a sudden getting really crazy all over the place. The other thing that I wanted to do was to try to level up one of my, or some of my heroes. What I'll do is, anytime I see them with a status saying hunting, I'll cast the speed buff on them. Like, he's having a hard time. Okay, so he was attacking something here, but then that something got killed. So maybe it's not going to be that easy to level these guys up unless I hold a melee competition at the fairgrounds. I'd rather not have to do that though, because that'll also distract these dwarves. It's this dwarf who's only level 7, because unlike these guys, he hasn't had to fight against dragons. And see, he doesn't even have a lot of gear. So what I'll do is, ooh, one for Solaris. Heroes is getting a blacksmith upgrade. No, I've got to research the other things in this guild. One of the rangers is level 59. One thing I haven't mentioned about rangers is that they will often have this status, traveling to distant lands. That means they will go off the map, they will be no longer in this region, they'll be somewhere else entirely, but while they're gone they will gain experience, and I think when he comes back he'll have gained a whole other level. So let's keep him on our screen and let's see what happens when his status changes. I think he's gonna gain a whole level. We'll see. This will also give us a chance to see how long this takes. And I also want to help out my... Maybe I should have brought the barbarians out here. You know what? We don't... Strictly speaking, we don't need them to be leveled up, because we already have other heroes to do all of our work for us. But it's just nice to have all your heroes leveled up. Yeah, get... He couldn't even land a hit on that troll before somebody else killed it. Before that elf could kill that rat, that cultist charmed it. And if you look around, you will see quite a few charmed monsters walking around our settlement. Mostly skeletons, but occasionally animals as well. And most of those will be rats that came out of the sewers. It's nice to have these, because they are an extra distraction for okay, I'm trying to target this broken sewer main, but I can't because of the spell effect over it. I can tell that it's still there because I can see the text under it. There we go. Take this down. There's one last thing to research there. That gnome champion doing pretty good work against that ratman. And speaking of champions, all of our gnomes are now champions. So good job, gnomes. Got some people at the Elven Lounge spending. Oh, I got worried for a second because I thought that was a house that got destroyed, but no, that was just the that was just the broken sewer main that we that somebody destroyed for us. And probably, I was wondering what this patch of land was. Probably that was another broken sewer main that spawned and then also got destroyed before I had a chance to realize what was going on. Somebody's attacking this lair. One of our priestesses. Yeah, from time to time I'll just give you a bit of a boost, but I don't think you'll start gaining levels until we start having fairgrounds competitions, and we're not gonna have... where did this wizard die? Let's... Hang on, let me just save my game briefly. I want to check my hero roster, making sure there are 4 of everyone.
In the name of the sovereign.
One of these guys was morphed into something else, which is why it only showed 3 of those. Of course, the slow way is to check each individual guild. And if it says guild is full, then that means nobody has died or had some other unfortunate, mysterious mishap. So let's just quickly do a bit of a roll call. Everything seems fine. Everything seems fine. This is always a bit of a problem. One of our monks is on his way. He's hunting. He's gonna take care of this troll. That Solaris landed some nice hits as well. I think trolls are probably vulnerable to fire. I mean, what? Are you? Well, it's good that you're fighting. It's less good that one of these dragons attacked this inn. I thought I'd solved this problem, but evidently I have not. Alright. It's okay. Hang on, I need to build another inn. Nope, wrong spot. Sure, that's fine. See, the main problem with building things so far away is that peasants will have to walk huge distances to repair them anytime they take any sort of damage. So this is not a smart or efficient way to play this game. I should emphasize, do not do this if your goal is to actually do well at this game. The only reason I've put these things out here is for the sake of vanity. I thought it would look cool to have these little outlying areas with an inn and a trading post, just so people could stop and rest there on their way into or out of my settlement. Alright. Now, I think it's time to go towards our final objectives.
Your Majesty, a new building is complete.
Which is getting our Sorry, I was quiet there for a while. I was just keeping an eye on that vampire. Final objectives, which is we want paladins and we want warriors of Discord. Now, warriors of Discord, you can see we can recruit them straight away. The reason we're able to recruit warriors of Discord, I just want to keep the game paused for a while because I'm going to have to explain something fairly complex and I don't want some garbage on the screen to happen to distract me. So the Warriors Guild by default will allow you to recruit warriors. That's these guys on the left. We already have 4 of those. However, if you have a temple to Fervus or a temple to Dauros, you can then recruit special kinds of warriors. So if you have a temple to Fervus, you can recruit warriors of Discord. If you have a temple to Dauros, you can recruit paladins. Now, we have both temples as it so happens. We have a temple to Fervus and a temple to Dauros, but we're only seeing the option to recruit a warrior of Discord. That's because under ordinary circumstances, you would only have one of the 2 temples at most in a normal game. You would have to choose between a temple to Dauros and a temple to Fervus. The only reason we have both is because we have the United Faiths starting session, which gives you both of those temples. However, because the game wasn't coded to acknowledge a situation where both temples are present, it just doesn't have a state where you have the option to recruit all 3. So if we destroyed the temple to Fervus, then this would change to recruit Paladin instead. But because all 3 temples are present, sorry, all 2 temples are present, both temples are present. Wow, I'm forgetting how to speak. Because both temples are present, and because it doesn't allow for a state where both of those are represented here, it just chooses one or the other, and I guess warriors of Discord take precedence. So we're gonna recruit 2 warriors of Discord in each of these 2 ends. Each of these 2 warriors guilds. And in addition, we will have 2 paladins in each of those inns. Why am I calling them inns? Those warriors guilds. I just have inns on my mind ever since I had to rebuild this one. But one thing I need to do is another house will have popped up somewhere. House number 15. I need to put it on the repair route, take it off the tax route. This is our second to last house. And now I'm also gonna open up this embassy. And this is the trick I was talking about that we can use to help us get paladins easier. That's because ordinarily, if you were recruiting heroes either into an embassy or into an outpost, that is a place where any type of hero can go, it'll choose one of the 16 possible heroes. But right now, the only places we have where heroes can go are these 2 warriors guilds. And warriors guilds can only hold heroes of these 3 types. So when this hero is recruited, it will either be a paladin, or a fighter, or a warrior of Discord. So our chances go from 1 in 16 to 1 in 3, which I'm sure you'll agree is a lot better. See, we already have our first paladin. So this is gonna go by really quickly. I mean, compared to last episode, where there were 3 different heroes that we couldn't use this trick for. The dwarves, the gnomes and the Solarises, where we had to settle for the 1 in 16 chance. In this instance,
A new hero.
see, we already have our second paladin. In this instance, and I guess they assign them one by one, we will get this done probably in just a couple more minutes. One of our paladins is already upgrading her weapon. One of our Solarises is getting some valuable experience fighting this dragon. Is she gonna level up? Not quite. Not quite. Alright, I've got to keep an eye on this embassy. Alright, let's save at this point.
A new hero.
That's a warrior, not what we need.
A new hero has arrived.
A warrior of discord, not what we need, but you know what? This will go by pretty quickly. And of course, one thing I should check is,
In the name of the sovereign.
do we have another fountain? No, we still have only two. Because we built another inn, and inns are one of those buildings that count towards the buildings you need for fountains to spawn on the map. Okay, just waiting. It's a bit of a waiting game right now. Another one of our Solarises doing some good work against a vampire. Alright, let's save here.
A new hero has arrived.
Don't need a warrior of discord. And looking at this ranger, I realized
A new hero.
I just completely forgot that thing that I said I was gonna do with the other ranger, which is see what happens when you come back from foreign lands. Although this guy was the guy who went to distant lands and he didn't gain a full experience bar. So I guess it's not a full level up, it's just a small amount of experience, which is still pretty good. It's a way for them to carry on gaining experience even if they can't find targets to attack on the map. Which explains why they are so well leveled up. I think apart from our priestesses, it's our rangers who are the other hero class that have really high levels right now. Let's save again.
A new hero.
Warrior of Discord again.
A new hero.
Regular warrior. Okay, this is getting mildly frustrating, but let's just... I thought you were gonna fight this dragon. But, okay, what are our heroes doing? Fleeing in terror, building, hunting. And these dwarves seem to enjoy spending time at inns, which is both good and bad. Good because it protects those inns, bad because it'll mean frequently they are not where we need them to be when we're under attack by dragons. I could move things along by putting a bounty on that dragon. I don't want to. I'd rather everything works without my input, because that is
A new hero.
the ultimate dream here in Majesty. Another warrior of discord. That is the ultimate dream, a purely self-sustaining kingdom that you can just watch.
A new hero.
We're getting warriors of discord over and over again, and that's not what we need. People are walking close to this dragon and seemingly not noticing that it's there because so many people are just like walking here and then just walking back, walking around. And our skeletons and palace guards and now the dragon's running away. I don't even know what's going on anymore. Oof. Okay, somebody's attacking one of those dragon lairs. That'll give us some relief. Let's save.
Blessings to the Phoenix.
A new hero.
Okay.
Blessings to the
A
Phoenix.
new hero.
Okay. Wrong type of warrior.
Blessings to the Phoenix.
Yeah, we're gonna hear that for the third time. What you just heard, blessings to the Phoenix. That is what our Solarises say when they hit level 10. So that was you. So good job. Hydrella Gleam Weaver on being the first Solaris to hit that milestone. The only question is, which Phoenix are they talking about? Is it Joaquin Phoenix? Is it Phoenix Wright? Who knows? Who knows? Ah, I was hoping this guy would land a hit, but he was too slow. Just too slow. Alright, save again.
A new hero.
Oh my god, are you serious right now?
A new hero.
What are you doing? Just give me my paladin. And after all of my talk about how we don't need to save scum in the old way because we've got this trick, game's going out of its way to spite me. It's a conspiracy. And finally these guys are gonna get some nice experience whacking this Ratapult. And is somebody gonna attack this? Or are you just gonna ignore it? Somebody's attacking it. Nobody's attacking it. What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? You guys gain some. You guys are doing okay. Alright, let's...
A new hero.
Regular warrior not needed. Come on. Come on.
A new hero.
Warrior of Discord is also not needed. Let's open this embassy again. We're gonna have to use 2 embassies again just to speed this up. I was really expecting it to be done by now. Let me just quickly check my house roster. One of my dwarves died. There are a lot of dragons threatening our existence. Again, we're in this position where too much is going on at once. Alright, I don't feel comfortable trying to micromanage 2 different embassies while this nonsense is going on.
A new hero.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
A new hero.
Okay, we are getting extraordinarily unlucky. before I open up an embassy, I just want to check my house roster. 1, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And yes, I do know how to count. That's just the way the game displays them. But somebody needs to attack these lairs to give us a bit of a breather. This dwarf is falling far behind his comrades. That's because his home never gets attacked, so he's never forced into attacking anything. So he's just been walking around. You know what? I'm gonna do one thing. I'm gonna adjust the levels. Oh! He went inside. I was trying to give him this money, but I guess all these other people will get it instead. But that's fine though, because our Warriors of Discord could also do with some blacksmith upgrades. Check on my fountains. They are also all doing fine. Now pretty soon you should see some of these guys buying.
Has arrived at the embassy.
Here we go, a paladin finally. So this guild is full of paladins. Now we just need one more. So I was gonna say some of these guys should start getting some stuff at the blacksmith. Okay, I'm gonna throw down a bounty on this dragon. What I'll do is I'll put bounties on dragons as they appear. Don't flee! Get some... I wasn't able to hit her in time. Okay. Almost done.
A new hero.
There we go. Wow, that took so much longer than it needed to. But finally, we have our paladins. And now that we have our paladins, it won't be long before we win.
My service
Now you might ask, what does it mean to win? Isn't this just a sandbox game where it just keeps on going? And it kind of is. You can play it that way, but there is actually a victory condition, and that victory condition, I believe, is if you destroy all of the enemy lairs. The reason that hasn't happened yet is because I've set it so that lairs will respawn over time. Right, so these ones are currently destroyed, they don't show up on the map, but you can see the ruins are still there, and eventually they will be back. And I did it that way just because I wanted my heroes to have stuff to do over the long term.
Evil has won.
One of our paladins. You did a good job before you finally went down to Rongel the Hunter. Now that we have paladins, they will pretty relentlessly hunt down enemies as well as enemy lairs. And so now that we have them on the map, we're gonna win pretty handily. And what I want to do, I could win within minutes by putting bounties on all these lairs. I want to see if my heroes have the determination and the initiative. I need to close down this embassy. And the initiative to take down all these lairs themselves. Now that the paladins are on the field, I think it might happen. How are my guys doing back here? Yeah, you guys are doing okay. Just keep doing what you're doing. How are my monks doing? You guys are doing fine. Only one of you hit level 10, but that's okay. You're visiting the gazebo. Alright, the things are going okay. Once our paladins gain some levels, things are gonna... like they'll start pushing out more and more against these enemy lairs. And let's wait a while and see if our paladins are able to do this. No, don't run away, don't run away. Yeah. Fight, gain experience. I will heal you if you take damage. Now that this dwarf is helping you, it'll be not long before it goes down. And there's another dragon as well, which honestly, the more the better. I'll just keep healing you the entire time. But did something die? Hang on.
Evil has won.
Well, you died because I took my eye off the ball. Okay. I thought I heard a cultist dying. Where is my... But... Guess I was just imagining things. And now with all this loot that she's gotten, she's gonna get some blacksmith upgrades, which is just gonna make her even stronger. So both of these paladins are now leveled up. What are you doing? Who are you hunting? Let's help you out. Oh yeah, we should also have house number 16 somewhere. Here's house number 16, which we need to take off the tax route and put on the repair route. Rongel, the hunter, might scare her off. Oh no. Okay, now I need to help her out a little bit in case she takes damage. This is pretty intense. I think Rongel has poisoned her. That's what the green color indicates when her health bar is green. You know, if I wanted to, I could also heal Rongel, but why would I want to? What's his life? Oh, no, no! Almost killed her. I was gonna say, how much life does he have? He also regenerates life pretty quickly, which is something I don't like. Let's also bless her, and maybe, you know, stone skin. Sounds good. Keep on healing her. Yeah, she's getting a lot of good experience. You see, this lair has regenerated. She might be fine. Although this harpy is she went all the way to level 10 in this fight. Now I think it might be a bit much, taking down Rongel while also fighting a dragon, while also having a werewolf and a harpy. But let's see. All she needs is one person to help out. Maybe you. Yeah, so with a rogue helping out. He's polymorphed into something. Yeah, now everybody's showed up. Now things are going. Now things are going our way. Somebody's attacking this dragon lair. Ooh, you got some good experience before you finally bit the dust. I'll throw down a bounty on this dragon. Yeah. Berserk against the dragon. Get some levels. And then use your prize money to get upgrades. This dragon is...
Doros has spared you for now.
Don't run away. Alright.
Praise Doros.
Ooh. Why don't you have a fully upgraded armor? I would have thought an elf would have accumulated enough money by now. Okay. Come on.
Victory is not in the cards.
And now the elf is running away after the strong thing has been killed. And there's only a troll and a harpy. Now the elf runs away. Classic Majesty AI at work. Alright, more fighting going on here, and you are level 3, so you are both level 2. Once you get back home and get some upgrades, you're gonna be much stronger. Alright, let's keep an eye on our base. Should I build something here? There's a bunch of houses that are all a little bit vulnerable. Let's wait and see. Yeah, these 2 layers have been destroyed. And our warriors of Discord are also venturing out more and more often. Sadly, our barbarians are mostly just... It seems they're content to just stay in this part of the map. And our paladin is on a one-woman mission to destroy all of these evil castles, it seems. Warriors of Discord are also starting to do pretty well. They're getting a few kills here and there. And the weapons they use are these blade sticks. The armor that they use, it's just called a leather harness. It's hard to even get a sense of what kind of armor they're wearing, although we're told that they don't have good armor. Yeah, low armor and not a lot of defensive skill. What? Why are you attacking a house? More importantly, why is nobody helping this house? Finally. Unfortunately, you can't destroy sewer entrances. They are just permanently active and a permanent source of annoyance. I mean, the annoyances that they create are pretty low level in the end, but they just do it so often, and if you're not paying attention, one of those ratmen can easily destroy a house or a fountain, for example. And in most games that wouldn't be a big deal, but in this game that is a big deal because I do have it as one of my conditions. Okay, so now while this guy is walking around, let me save, let me adjust the levels. Let me try and give you some money. 375, okay. Oops, sorry, something dropped down to the ground from my desk. So who is attacking this vampire? You. Let's see how well a vampire does against a level 51 ranger. The answer is not very well. Even with the lifesteal, they're not gonna last long. Immediately into more combat. Okay. Buying some potions. I may... See, I need Nara the Saint to do something for me. Because she's the only paladin who is not at a high level. What are you hunting? There's no good stuff to hunt back here. There's just gonna be like rats and things. This is where all the good stuff is. So you need to go up there. But our other paladins, I guess 3 out of 4 paladins being strong is fine. And you know what? I think it's time. This might seem abrupt, but it shouldn't seem abrupt because I may not have specifically called attention to this, but we have actually achieved our goal. The main goal that I laid out way back in the first theory crafting video of having every single hero type. We have all of them. Let me just do one circuit. Make sure all the guilds are still full. And so far it's looking fine. So far so good. You are also doing okay. You guys are doing fine. These Solarises are also doing fine. And just to be double sure, let's check the mausoleum. Nobody is dead there. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set bounties on every layer. Let's say bounties of 1,000. Bounties of 1,000. Bounties of 1,000. I was hoping that my heroes would do it of their own accord. Bounty of 1,000. Bounty of 1,000. I was hoping they would do it themselves, but I think these ones in the back are just too far away for anyone to just go there in their normal exploration. Is that why one of the dragons attacked this inn? Did somebody flee and kite him all the way back here? 'Cause that would explain. That would explain a lot. Ooh, our low-level dwarf is getting some hits against this dragon. That dragon has gone down. And all of these layers are going down. Oh, another one has popped up. I think we will see the victory message pretty soon. That monk has reached level 9. Good job, you. Rongel the Hunter is back for round 37. I don't even know how many times we've killed him. Should be another boss monster. I guess it's in one of these places? Or maybe the other boss monster? Oh no, here he is. Ural Shek. That's the other boss monster that will spawn as a special encounter on this map.
We are victorious, Your
And we
Majesty.
are victorious. Okay. Now we should go onto the statistics screen. Let's see. There you go. The final proof. None of our heroes were killed. Some of our buildings were destroyed, but that doesn't really matter. 411 of our henchmen were killed. Oh, and I think this means how many times our heroes visited these places, because while we technically are allowed to gamble in the gambling hall, there's nothing we as the player can do in the Elven Lounge. So it looks like our heroes were pretty prolific in patronizing these establishments. And we can see some other stats. How much we spent on various things, how much we made. Made quite a bit. I'm not gonna end this game, I'm actually gonna continue playing. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna call this, spell it correctly, this post game. Alright, so we've accomplished our goal. We have completed Cosmopolis. We have
I am enlightened.
built the perfect kingdom under the definition I provided for what a perfect kingdom would be. That is to say, a kingdom with one of, well, not one, but 4 of every single hero type. So, of the 16 hero types, 4 of each brings us to 64. That was one goal. But I also put a bunch of other restrictions on myself. I said I'm not allowed to let any of my heroes die. And you saw there on the end screen the proof that I succeeded at that as well.
Energies of light.
That none of those heroes died. I had one other goal. Buildings like houses, fountains, gazebos that I'm not allowed to build, but which will spawn themselves. I call them organically spawning. When certain conditions are met, I wanted to prevent all of them from being destroyed. Sadly, the ending statistics did not help us. And because they don't keep track of this thing, this is just a very specific goal that I had. But we can confirm by looking at the roster that both of our fountains are still alive, our gazebo is still there, and our houses, house number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 are still standing. And on top of all of that, for whatever it's worth, we also won the map by engineering a situation where all of these layers were destroyed at the same time. Some of them have come back, but we've already won. We have already won. Unfortunately, you can't see your statistics anymore after you've won. I don't think. If there's a way, let me know. What I'm going to do is I'm going to save this as Cosmopolis post-game. And I have decided this is not going to be the last video. I'm going to do one more video. It's going to be a short video where, without the pressure of having to build, without the annoyance of having to save scum at the embassies, we are just going to take a tour around everything I've built and just bask in the satisfaction of a job well done. And also, I will be specifically talking about each building type and each hero type. because that's something that I haven't really done. When I've talked about buildings and heroes, it's been purely in a functional sense, like what are they doing for me. But when we come back for this short finale video, which is going to be our farewell to Cosmopolis, we'll delve more into the lore behind things, and I think that's going to be fun. So, if that's the kind of thing you think you'd enjoy, then, you know, I would love for you to join me for that video as well. If you're content just knowing that Cosmopolis is complete and you're done with the series, then I thank you for watching all the same. And what I'm gonna do now, yeah, I think it's time to call this video to a close. And if you would be so kind to join me in the next farewell video, then I would love to see you there. So until then, take care.